Alright, so hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft plugin showcase video here. I'll be showing an amazing enchanting plugin called ultraenchants. So basically it's like, you know how it's so limiting with vanilla enchants. So like you have like the maximum enchant for sharpness is like 5 and for protection it's 4. So the best part of this plugin is like you can have like enchants ranging from 1 to 100. You can have more than 100. So there's certain levels like 10, 50, 100 and they have their own formatting, and this plugin offers its own mechanism. I'll be showing everything now. So yeah, let's get into the video. So now I'm going to give myself a diamond sword or a netherite sword. So I can just give myself a netherite sword. So now I have a netherite sword, so I can just enchant it like enchantment 10. So I can just enchant it now, so I can just do like enchantment sharpness 10. So as you can see, it fixes the formatting, so it's like sharpness X, and then if you do 11, it can even do sharpness like the Roman number 11, and there's even more like 50. It's gonna like show L because that's like 50, and it's gonna show 100. So I think it's like C, and then I think you can do like more 150 or something, and it's gonna like C. It's gonna show CL and such. Same with other enchantments. You can just do like enchantment unbreaking 50, and then it's gonna show like unbreaking L. So like L is basically 50. And the same with the diamond helmet. So like you can just give yourself a diamond helmet, and for example, just enchant it like what do you say, unbreaking 3. Okay, sorry, wrong command. It's just enchantment. Let's say protection 50. So as you can see, it changes the formats. It's actually in yellow color as you can see. And if you do 100, no, not 10, 100, it's going to show like red color. So it's going to show the number. So if you just do like 101, it's going to show the number. But if you do 99, it's going to show the Roman number. So everything is configurable. I'll be showing you that later in the video. So now I'm going to show you the feature of double enchanting. So if you like, you need to have 2 sharpness 5 books. So let me get that now. So as you can see, I have a protection 5 book here. So I can just do like more one, and I can get like 2 books. Let me just get another one. So now I can go to the anvil here, and then I can just put like 1, 2, and if you're going to see it actually, so like it's going to be like 6. So like if you have 2 5 books, it's going to show a protection 6. So that's how it works. And you probably notice the boss bar here and the game mode creative here. So you don't need to worry about that. Basically like the problem is like when the cost is too much, it's going to say too expensive. It's going to put you in temporary creative mode, and it's going to show you the levels over here. But you don't need to worry about it because you won't actually have creatives, because as soon as you leave, you'll be in survival, so you can't really dupe anything or you get anything. So I could actually keep going over here. So like as you can see, I have like, let me check. Yeah, here's another protection 6. And if I do this, it's going to go protection 7. So it keeps going up like that. You can do that multiple times. So now let's give myself 2 swords over here. So like I can just do diamond sword 1. And then I can like do more ones. So I can get another one. So actually I have sharpness over here. I can just add it. And then it's going to show like enchantment is 150. But yeah. So I can do that. And let me just throw this in garbage again. So now I can just do like more 1. Let me just do more 2. And then if I just double it, as you can see, it doubles actually. As you can see here, it's CL and it becomes CL1. So I'm not sure what CL1 is. So let me just check that. So CL Roman is basically 151. So it basically adds like this 150 is 150. And then if you have 2 diamond swords, you can just do that. And I'm not going to claim this yet because I have to show you the rename feature. So basically like I could rename this. Let me just rename this once. So for example, I could just rename this like red color sword, and it's going to be red color sword. So now if I can just do like, if I do that, as you can see, the color is going to stay and the enchantment is going to apply. So it's basically cool. Also, if you know that you can't enchant the sharpness sword with smite, so actually I have a smite protection here. So let me look for it. So here's the smite actually. So as you can see, I have a sharpness sword here. So it actually helps with, so it actually works with smite over here. So as you can see, both of them are combined. So it works like that. So now I could do it with protection and fire protection. So let me see where I have fire protection. So as you can see, I have fire protection here. So let me just put this over here. So as you can see, it's a protection helmet. So actually you can even add fire protection. So as you can see, it works, it adds up on both the enchants, but it's not possible in vanilla. So now let me set my XP to 0. So as you can see, I have 0 XP. So let me just add this sharpness CL there, and let me just add like sweeping edge. So it's going to say too expensive because I don't have that much level. So it even sends you a message here. So it says it is possible to enchant even if annual says too expensive. Cost is 159 levels for your item. So I actually don't have any levels here. So let me just add my levels again. So as you can see, I've actually set the multiplier Silk Touch here to multiplier 100. So what's going to happen is the default enchantment of Silk Touch 1 and Silk Touch 1 is actually 4. And because we added the multiplier, it's going to show like 100 and 4. So when you can just get this and it will say Touch 2. Yeah, that's pretty much how multiplier works. So now there is a limit over here. So if you want, you can like change it to 3. So now you can have like, what do you say, 3 levels of Silk Touch. So let me just reload the plugin again, Ultra Enchants Reload. So now if I just like, for example, this is Silk Touch 2 and if I just do more 1. So now if I just add it, so as you can see, it says too expensive because I don't have the levels. So let me just add the levels. So let me just XP set. Okay, let me just give myself levels. So now I have a lot of levels. So now if I attempt to, what do you say? Yeah, where's the other Silk Touch? Oh yeah, so it's going to say 204 because it's going to like multiply the more. So like if it's Silk Touch 2 and Silk Touch 2, it's going to multiply to 204. And yeah, that's pretty much how multiplier works. So now there's even support for like custom enchantment plugins. So now you can just do like advanced enchantments. So let me give myself 2 diamond axe. So here is 2 diamond axe. So let me just add enchantments. So as you can see, this is one from another plugin. So this is like another plugin, and let me just add this from custom enchants. So now I have 2 diamond axe with 2 different enchantments of 2 different plugins. So now let me just add them together. So let me if I add. So now if I add them together here, so as you can see, both of them are applied together. So you can actually have support for multiple plugins. Like if you're using 2 custom enchantment plugin, you can use both of them and it's going to work together. And also like if you can't actually upgrade the enchantment level normally on the crazy enchantments or the advanced enchantments, but this ultra enchantments plugin actually like it lets you like upgrade both the levels. So yeah, that's pretty much that on how the plugin works. So now let's go to the configuration part. So here I am, and you'll find yourself with 3 files here. So there's messages.yml, or basically like the messages for everything, and then there's languages. So like you can use any language here if you want. So that's basically the whole plugin here. So let me show you from the starting. So basically like you can have the prefix over here, and then you can have the enchantment format. So this is the default enchantment format, and you can just and you can like enable if it's Roman or like not Roman. So basically like if it's not Roman, it's going to show in the numbers. And there's a protection format here. So basically like it works for protection enchantment. So you can just basically like what you can do is you can make the default Roman, and then after a range, for example after 10, it's gonna like change the color, and then like after 50, as you can see, the config changes the color, and then at 100 it changes the number type. So like basically like it's not Roman anymore, it's like just normal numbers. With this permission, you'll be able to use the anvils for the plugin. You'll be able to use the anvil and experience the features of the plugin. And here the notification, so like you'll get notified if it's too expensive, and then it also allows you to conflict with like basically like if you want to combine protection and blast protection can be combined. And here's the cost. So basically like when the anvil's repair and use limit should be removed entirely. So like if you just enable it, like you won't be able to repair your anvil. And there's the maximum cost of repair. So like you can just change it to 150 or 200 or 300, really up to you. And also it's like it notifies you after a certain level. So like if it costs more than 40, it's going to notify you. And here's a merge actually. So basically like it lets you like merge. So for example here when merging 2 books, it will basically like you can merge 2 books, and you can even add a book on item, and you can add item on item. So basically like you can just like disable it or enable it, really up to you. And this is basically like if you have a color, for example I showed you the color with red color, and if you add another item, it's going to stay if you have this permission. And but if you don't, it's not going to stay. And here's the plugin support. So like you can just support for advanced enchantments, and there's a permission if you want it to work for advanced enchantments. And it works here like add levels. So for example, it's going to like add up the levels when you're enchanting the custom enchantments. And here same with crazy enchantments, it's going to work the same. And here's some enchantments list. So as you can see, this is how it's going to show you the cost multiplier. I explained the multiplier already and the limit too. So basically, like, it doesn't let you enchant over the limit of 1. So it's only one level for the Aqua affinity. And you can even like ignore the rules over here, really up to you. Or you can just let it be. And here's how the protection works. So basically, like, what you can do is like you can add a multiplier and a limit for items, and you can add a multiplier and limit for books. And yeah, that's pretty much how you can set limits and multipliers for like each category. So like, and then following up, if you want to add a global multiplier and a limit, you can just directly do it here. As you can see, there's a limit and multiplier for each, and you can just keep going down. So here's a separate configuration for like advanced enchantments. So basically, like, you can add a limit over here, and the tags pretty much explains it. So like, if the limit is 100, but the maximum limit is 3, the limit 3 will still be the maximum. So like, nothing's gonna happen if your limit is 100. So you can just configure that accordingly. And here's a multiplier, so it can be 0 or 1.5 or 100, anything up to you. So if you just do it 0, it's going to be free for the costs for the enchantment, and you can like even ignore the feature here. It's pretty much the same over here. So like, you can have a multiplier here, and when you have no limit, it remains the default. And yeah, it's pretty much that. There are command permissions here, and you can see that. Alright, so I'm at the commands part here. So there are some commands here, as you can see. If you just type UE, you will find 3 commands. One is to reload, one is to format, and one is to ignore. So I can just like ignore, for example, anvil, format, or reset. So I can just reset the ignorance. So now if I do ignore format, it's gonna ignore the format configured in the plugin. So it's gonna just show the enchantment level .50. So it just reset that, and it's gonna start working. And same with anvils. So basically, like, it's gonna like add an anvil exemption on the chest plate. So now I can even change the format actually. So for example, let me just reset my format. So as you can see, this is my default format. So I can actually add a format. For example, I can do this. So I could add the enchantment. So format add protection, and then I can do something like roti. So now, as you can see, the format actually changes. So you can do that. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Like the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more similar content. See you.